Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever part watching us. Welcome to today daily market analysis. I'm your host, Trader Kim. So checking on the market, you can see there's a lot of volatility in the market. And last week we had the NFP, and checking on NFP, we saw it came in negative for the DXY. And talking about the DXY, we also saw the revision of the previous data. That's why we saw some spikes up and down on FP. But generally looking on the DXY, we can see still the DXY is declining. And also this is because of a slow economic data. So looking at the economic data in the US, we're still seeing it and being negative. Okay, so looking on this week analysis and checking the fundamentals, still this week we're expecting to have inflation data, and that is the CPI. But we can start from today, that is on Tuesday. You can see we have the just opening, that is on a new session, that is 5 p.m. And also looking at this week, tomorrow we'll be having the CPI. Tomorrow we'll be having the inflation data, and we'll be having the US CPI, that is the core CPI, the CPI month after month, and I'll be having the CPI year after year. So it's one of the data that usually looks in the market, in the forex market. These are most of the big news event that we have in the forex. So checking on the CPI, still be looking with the dollar still declining, always be expecting the DXY to gain. So something that you should be checking from it in the markets. So also tomorrow we'll be having the CAD, that is the Bank of Canada rate statement, and that's talking about the monetary policies. And I've been seeing most of the central banks have been cutting the rates. The other day we saw the ECB cutting the rates, and checking also on the CAD, we're still expecting to cut the rates from 3.0% to 2.75%. That's 25 basis points. So we're still expecting the CAD to cut the rates, and also be having a press conference that is 5:30. So also on this week, that is on Thursday, we'll be having the PPI, also the gauge for inflation also. And I'm talking about the inflation. So this week we'll be having more events of inflation. So that is on Thursday, we'll be having the PPI, that is the Producer Price Index, and also be having unemployment claims, that is still on Thursday. Then on Friday, we have the GDP, that is for the pound, and then later we'll be having the preliminary consumer sentiment. And that's it. That is it for the fundamentals on this week. So this week we'll be having a lot of volatility in the market, and most on the inflation data. So then if we can dive into the technicals to see how the market is doing, how the market is performing. We can start with the idea of the DXY. Allow me to share the chart of the DXY. Then we discuss it in a few. So talking about the DXY, we have seen the DXY expecting the setup very keenly, very keenly. So we saw this market coming to this region. Let me put the chart of the DXY. So and we saw the DXY respecting our setup very perfect, very perfect. We saw this head and shoulders. This was the right shoulder, it was the left shoulder. You can talk of the left shoulder depending on the angle you're watching. So that is a left shoulder. This is the head. This is the head. We had the head, and we saw the market came and gave us right shoulder. So we saw the market expecting the setup very well. And also we saw the market came and broke at 50 MA, and we saw the market bouncing at the 50 MA to confirm the breakout structure. Then we saw the market declining from that point. And we can see this was last week on Monday. We had this setup. We saw the market selling all the way, the whole of last week. We saw the market selling massively. And also we saw the market completing the pattern with the help of the NFP. So checking on the DXY, you can see you are in a very bearish momentum. But where the market is it is at 800 EMA. With the market, it gain. So we expected to see some sort of the pullbacks on the DXY. We expected to see some sort of the pullback to the 200 EMA to see if we can continue with the sell momentum. And I'm talking about the lower highs and the lower lows. So we are bearish on the DXY, but to confirm for us that we are completely bearish on the DXY, expecting some sort of pullback and a continuation of a sell. But still, if we get a break below that support region, we get a break below that support region and a retest, I'll be checking for further sales on the DXY. That is on the DXY. But right now, you can see the market is at the point of interest, that is at the demand region. So we expected to see some sort of the pullbacks so that we can position ourselves for further sales. That is the 200 EMA. So, but that is it on the DXY. So DXY, we'll be expecting to see some sort of the bounce to the 200 EMA. So checking on the group one currency or checking on the major pairs, we have the GBP USD, and we have been seeing the metrics on the UK is gaining. You can see, not saying that the UK is performing well, but looking at the metrics, we can see the GBP is performing well. And looking at the chart of the GBP USD, I expect to see some sort of the pullback this structure, but I expect to see some confirmation of a break of structure, that is on 800 EMA, to see the market bouncing to come and confirm for us a break of structure, that is on 800 EMA, for further buys on the GBP/USD. GBP/USD, we're expecting some buys whenever we get some pullbacks at the 800 EMA. So that is it on the daily time frame. Looking on the H1 time frame to see if we can get some possible setups. Also looking on the H1 time frame, you can see the market has come and broke these are 50 EMA. So I'm expecting to see some sales all the way to the 200 EMA, that is on H1 time frame. So we'll be expecting some sales all the way to the 200 EMA to see if we can get some buys momentum. Then we align ourselves for buys. So that is it on the GBP/USD. Looking at that pair, we can check is the Euro USD on the daily time frame. Here it is, and also checking on the Euro USD. You can see the Euro bonds as the bonds. Talking about the bonds has been gaining, and that's why I'm talking about the chart of Euro USD. We're expecting some pullbacks at the 800 EMA, where we have this structure for us to position ourselves for further buys on this Euro USD pair. But if we can get some bigger pullbacks to the 200 EMA with the 50 EMA, better for us to position ourselves on the USD. But also checking on this pair on the lower time frame, that is on H1 time frame. Let's see if we can get some setup. So talking about this trade on the H1 time frame, you can see that the trade is being held up by the 50 EMA. So talking about this trade, I'm expecting some break below that 50 EMA to come all the way to the 200 EMA. That's for the short-term trades. I'm expecting some break below 50 EMA for me to see if we can get some structures at the 200 EMA for me to position myself for further buys on Euro USD. That is it on Euro USD. Talking about another pair we have is NZD USD, and they're talking about the NZD USD from higher time frame. You can see the market. So talking about this trade on the higher time frame, you can see the market is at the 50 EMA. We're coming to look at it on one time frame. Still, we can see the market is being held up by EMAs, and whenever you see the market held up by EMAs, I usually avoid trading that pair. So allow me to check on the AUD USD, the chart of AUD USD. It is, and talking about the chart of AUD USD, so the market came and gave us an M pattern very cleanly. I can see the market. So we're expecting to see some sort of the pullbacks, the 50 EMA, where we have these crossovers between the 50, 200 EMA, and the 800 EMA, for us to check for the sales opportunity for sales, small sales. Talking about the group one pairs, we're looking for small sales. Then we position ourselves for further buys on these group one pairs. So talking about group two pairs, and the group two pairs, we have USD CHF. I'm going to start with the USD CHF, talking about this trade on the daily time frame. So the market came and broke that 50 EMA. So the market retesting, confirming the break of structure, that is on the USD CHF. So the market selling very well. So checking on this market, where the market it is at the moment, you can see we have this structure, and we're talking about this mitigated order block. This is the region we have. As a mitigated order block has been held up very well. This market has been held up very well by this mitigated order block. Coming to look on the lower time frame to see if we can get some buys momentum. So for this one, we expected to see some pullback at the 200 EMA, that is on H1 time frame. So for us to confirm for sales opportunities. So talking about the group two, we expecting some pullbacks at the 200 EMA. Still, we are very trend. We are very bearish trend on these are USD CHF pair, and I'm expecting to see some pullbacks to the 50 EMA that is on a H1 time frame for us to position ourselves for further sales. So another pair we can check we have is the USD card, and I'm talking about USD card from the higher time frame that is on a daily time frame. But talking about this pair has been affected by the prices of oil. So the other day the price of oil declining. So talking about this USD card pair from the daily time frame, so the market bouncing above 50 EMA. For this one, we're treating it as a special currency. So talking about this pair, you can see the market is trying to give us some sort of higher highs and higher lows. So for me, I expect to see some sort of pullbacks to the 50 EMA for me to look for the position for buys on a USD card. And keep in mind that a USD card is one of the pair that are treating it as a special currency because of the prices of oil declining. So another trade we can check we have is a USD JPY. And also talking about the USD JPY pair is one of the currencies we will be looking for some time. And I'll be talking about these yen pairs. I'll be looking for the sales opportunities because of the strengthening of the JPY, the Japan economy. So we saw the other day we had the positive wage growth, and I will also see the Japan metrics is gaining. So we see the Japan economy is gaining. So that's why we are positioning ourselves on the yen pairs for sales. So talking about these USD JPY pair, we saw the other day the market came and expecting the market to come all the way to the 150 mark, and we've seen very well the market came and broke that 50 EMA, and I still we have been saying that we'll be expecting for sales on these yen pairs. So, and I will be talking about this level, this demand region. So allow me to do it as a region, not as a point. So the market came and very well and broke this demand region. So that is a demand region very well. So be expecting some sort of the pullbacks for sales continuation on this USDJY pair. So talking about this pair on a lower time frame, I'm expecting the market to come and to see some sort of the sales momentum, sales patterns for me to position myself on the sales. But at the 200 EMA, it will be around straight for me to take my sales than at the 50 EMA. So still on the USDJY, be expecting some pullback, expecting some pullbacks so that we can align ourselves for sales. So talking about the group 3 pairs, we have the group 3 pairs, we have the GPPs, and talking about the GPPs, I have the GPP card. Looking at this trade on the daily time frame, you can see the market is gaining. So we saw the other day, market came and broke this resistance region. It is. So the other day, the market came and broke this resistance region. Now the market has been gaining very well. And this was about the reciprocal tariffs on the pound, that is on the UK. So you've been seeing the GPP card has been gaining. Looking at it on the H1 time frame, you can see the market has been expecting that 50 EMA. So the 50 EMA has been acting as a support region. So I'm still expecting some sort of the pullback to the 50 EMA to see if we can get some buys opportunities. And also talking about the card, it's been affected by the prices of oil. So I'm expecting to see some buys momentum on the GPP card. Another trade we can check we have is a GPP AUD. Here's the chart of the GPP AUD. Looking at it on the daily time frame, still you can see the market is gaining. And also talking about this trade, to enter this trade as a low risk trade, expecting some sort of the confirmation of a break of structure. Here we have this market came and broke that structure. I'm expecting to see some further pullbacks for me to align myself for further buys on the GPP AUD. Also, if the market comes to the 50 EMA, still I'll be looking for the opportunities to buy on GPP AUD. Another trade we can check we have is the euros, that is the group 4 pairs. And talking about the group 4 pairs, we have the Euro AUD. Yes, the chart of the Euro AUD. And also looking at this trade on the daily time frame, you can see the market has been buying massively. This market has been buying like crazy. Check this chart of the Euro AUD. We saw the other day market came and gave us a W pattern. And I've been seeing this market has been gaining. That is buying. The market is buying like crazy. So talking about this Euro AUD pair, I'll be expecting to see some sort of the pullbacks at the 50 MA for us to position ourselves for further buys on these Euro AUD pair. So these are one of the trade I'll be checking. It's one of the trade it is still on our watch list, and you can see the some couple of days, some couple of weeks, we have been seeing these are Euro AUD buying. So be expected to see some sort of the pullback for us to position ourselves on these Euro AUD pair. So another trade we can check we have on the Euro is the Euro. We have the Euro card. And still on this one, you have said on your card pairs, you'll be expecting to see some sort of the pullbacks at the 50 MA for us to position ourselves for further buys. So another trade we can check we have is the yen pairs. And talking about the yen pairs, we have the GBP JPY, that is GJ. Looking at this trade on the daily time frame, I've been talking about the yen pairs. We'll be expecting for sales momentum. So for this trade on the lower time frame, we're expecting to see some sort of the sales pattern where we have this 50 MA. We're expecting to see some sales pattern, that's the end patterns, and a reversal candlestick for me to position myself on a GJ trade. So another trade we have is the CHF JPY, and I will be talking about this one of the trade that we'll be going to swing trade because of no charges for holding this trade, talking about the carry trade, also talking about the interest rate differentials. This one of the trade we have been monitoring very well for us to position ourselves for sales. That is on our CHF JPY. So CHF JPY, I'm still expecting to see some sort of the reversal patterns for me to position myself on these sell trade. And talking about the NPS, we've been saying that I will be very, very bearish on these CHF JPY on all of the pair. We are bearish on these yen pairs. So talking about another pair we have is the Euro JPY. Here the chart of a Euro JPY. Looking at it on the higher time frame, that is on daily time frame. So the other day the market came and gave us some pullbacks. So, but for this one, we still be expecting some sort of the sales momentum. So if you get some sales momentum on this Euro JPY pair, still on the trend, I'll be looking for the sales opportunities. Another trade we can check we have is the CAD JPY. So this is one of the pair that have been swing trading from 2 weeks. So this one of the pair have been swing trading very, very, very nicely. And this one the pair that I entered it at where we had these M patterns. Allow me to show you. Entered my trade. There we had that N pattern. It is. Allow me to scroll up. So this is it where we had these M patterns with the market selling very nicely. So this one of the week have been holding for it for 2 weeks. That is 14 days. I've been holding this trade for 14 days. And still looking at this trade on the daily time frame, I'm still expecting the market continue with the sell momentum. I'm still expecting for this market continue selling. Allow me to clear my chart. So make sure that your chart, when analyzing the chart should be very clean. So here's my chart of the CAD JPY. So the market came and to the previous low. So still I'm expecting the market to come and break below that demand region for me to continue holding this trade for a sell. So still we'll be expecting for sales momentum, and talking about the CAD has been affected by the prices of oil. So that is on the yen pairs. Yen pairs will still be expecting for sales momentum. So talking about the metals, we have gold. Here it is the chart of the gold. And most of us have the love of gold. So when they're talking about the gold, that is it on the daily time frame. Is the chart of the gold trade. So I took a buy on this trade last week from this region. It's the chart of the gold trade. I took my buys at this region, and we saw the market came and bounced above the 50 MA. So initially we saw the market came and gave us a spike below. Then when the market came and close above that demand regions, that's where I entered my trade for a buy. So checking on the gold, expecting for further buys. So on H4 time frame, you can see the market has been held up very well by this region. So I'm still expecting for the gold to come and break this previous high. So, and for me, I'm expecting to see some sort of a break above 2950, and we'll be targeting all the way to 3,000 mark. So this year we targeting gold to reach 3,000 mark, and still I'm holding this trade for a buy on gold. So I'm still holding this trade for a buy on gold trade, and also talking about the scores, talking about the seasonality. I'm very, very bullish on gold. Talking about the silver, the chart of the silver. Still, I'm bullish on metals, and these metals, come to look at it on the lower time frame. So I'm still expecting some break above that 50 EMA and retails for further buys on these silver trade. Also talking about the metrics, talking about the COT data, is much, much more on bullish on these silver. Another trade we have is the chart of the stock indices, and the stock indices we've been talking about were much, much neutral in them. And we saw the other day market being headed up by the 200 EMA, but we can see the market has been broken at 200 EMA. So we're expecting to see some sort of so looking at this trade on the higher time frame, that is on weekly time frame, you can see this market is crashing. So you can see the stock market is crashing. Talking about the Nasdaq, talking about the Spider, that is the S&P 500. We can see this stock market is crashing. So for me, I have no position myself on these stock indices. Right now, very, very, very neutral on them. Talking about S&P 500, talking about Nasdaq, the chart of the Spider, the chart of Dow Jones are much, much neutral on them. So also talking about, we have the chart of the Bitcoin. So also checking the chart of the Bitcoin, we saw the other day, we talked about the idea of this setup respecting this region. We had this first touch, second touch, third touch, and also we drew our horizontal line from that point, this point. We saw the market heading very well at this region where we had that 50 MA. So the other day, market came and broke just that 50 MA. So I'm still expecting for the Bitcoin to continue selling all the way to the 800 EMA. So I'm much, much bearish on the Bitcoin. So, but we saw the other day, and Trump talking about making the Bitcoin as capital reserves. So we saw that. So that news, we saw the market pulling back to this region, but we saw the market not breaking above 50 MA. So I'm still expecting to see some sort of the sales momentum on the Bitcoin. That is on cryptos. I'm also talking about, we have the chart of the oil USD, is the chart of oil USD. And talking about the chart of oil USD, we've been very, very bearish on it. And this is one of the trade we'll be talking on live market analysis. We're talking that I was expecting for the trade to continue selling all the way to these lows. And I see the market came and sold all the way to this region. And I was in this market, this is the oil trade. And I said expecting for take profit 2 to be at 66, 67, around that region. So we saw the other day the market came and hit our take profit 1 at this region, take profit 2 at this region 67 point something. So that is the analysis of today. A disclaimer: this is not for financial advice, but for the educational purposes. You must do your due diligence and use proper risk management. See you tomorrow at the same time and the same place. Bye bye.